And hello everyone and welcome to the 11D of the Victor, the finale of the Triple D Victor series, let's say, the mini-series of the side series, the series of the thing about MechWarrior Online. Now the 11D is one I really enjoy. It's a Rotary 5 in place of the Ultra 20, retains the Streak 4, but it really upguns itself by having two ER large lasers. Suffice to say, this needs a light engine to work, mainly because you can fit all the weapons, you just can't put any ammo in until you get to that stage. So, a light engine is a good choice. It means that you can also whack up the armor and stuff like that if you need to, bending the rules like MWO allows you to do with certain builds. And this is pretty fun. I really like this build. Rotaries are definitely the way to go for Inner Sphere mechs. In most cases, Rotary 2, Rotary 5, they're just great. They're just really solid weapons. A single Rotary is more than enough to discourage bigger mechs from really trying to tank damage with you, because nobody likes to get hit repeatedly with these things. Even if, say, only one in every 3 rounds that hits you actually registers damage, as far as the game is concerned, you're being hit, so you're getting screen shake, you're getting all of the effects from being constantly sort of whanged in the face. Blinds you if you hit in the head area. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. It's a really nasty weapon to come up against. There's a reason why there's multiple mechs that run these builds, and it's nice to have an assault mech build that runs one. I think I'll actually keep my standard Victor 9B in this configuration. The 11D is quite nice. It retains its jump jets as well, so it still has that very minor amount of mobility, but the ER large lasers are a really great addition with the Rotary 5, except for you do stuff at LSAS because that left arm is quite low down. But yeah, it's still not a mech that can really go toe to toe. You need positioning. You definitely need to be an assault that moves in with other heavies and assaults. You can't be the frontline tank in a Victor. Not really. It's just too fragile, unfortunately. So one of the problems is the Victor has such a wide body. It's a bit like the Awesome in that respect, is that its hitboxes are very large, and despite the fact it has a slimmer profile than the Awesome, it feels like you're playing that mech because the hitboxes have never really been seriously adjusted for the Victor. It's one of those mechs that's been around so long in MechWarrior now. Most people have been and done it, there's no point in coming back to it. So BGI have never really had a particularly strong call for people to come back and readjust it, but you can tell when this mech gets hit, most of the time the damage is going into the CT. So even if you do whack the front armor up to 91, I think it is, it's still going to get stripped incredibly quickly, because the side torsos are the thing that will probably not pop. It's a bit of an issue. The side torsos also have far less armor, obviously, and when they do get hit, they scrape away even faster. So it's a pain in the ass. But I do like this build, though, mainly because it works in my wheelhouse because it's relatively straightforward and simple with the 3-weapon setup. But the ER large lasers are a really nice choice for it, because it allows the mech to sit back and goad a target into closer range, and then when they get into that medium range, you can start hitting them with the Rotary and really start hammering them. I think I've got about 3 or 4 ton of ammo for the Rotary 5, which is more than enough, and obviously with skills it gives you a little bit of extra ammo per ton. You've got enough that'll probably last you the whole fight easy. As far as this match is concerned, this one looked like it could have gone either way. It was a nasty fight. I'm in a bad spot here because I'm getting focused down by everything. It felt like, anyway, LRMs and lots of shots. I'm surprised the mech actually stood up as long as it did. I almost lost the left arm. CT got opened up, but it's one of those things with the new Frozen City where it had the team split, and somehow we managed to win. And I don't know whether it was just because me and a couple others were sniping across the way that we were maybe keeping them distracted, so they weren't focusing on the other teammates on that side, which allowed. Maybe took them off guard, I don't know, but we started to sort of drag it back, and yeah, as you can see, when this thing gets into medium range, it's just brutal, except for when king crabs walk in front of you and you can't fire any of your weapons, because I want the kill, I want the kill, because that's all that king crab's doing. It's like, it reminds me of playing Battlefield and like Metro on Battlefield 3 when you used to always get people running in front of you and you just couldn't shoot because there's all that. Oh, no, I want the kill. I need the kill now. I need the kill. It's all about XP. I hate when that happens in this game as well. You can like fucking like duck off, assault mech decides to block your entire view, and then they're shit, calling shit on you in the chat. Well, wouldn't you help, bro? Wouldn't you help, bro? Like, because you fucking stood in front of me and I can't fire my weapons unless you want me to shoot you in the back. But I don't know. Yeah, it's really frustrating when that happens. I could have helped. I could have actually shot that mech, but fat ass king crab decides to get in the way. Anyway, little rant aside. I do recommend trying out the 11D. It's fun. The Victors overall have been good. Outside of the 9 Delta, the ones that are in the game base are fun. Relatively straightforward. Don't need to do a lot of modification to them if you just want something that's like a decent brawler that works well in a sort of with a team that communicates. When you're on voice comms, it can do a lot of damage when you've got good positioning and the communication to make it work. I know that could be argued with any mech, but this one just out of the box works quite well like that. You don't really need to do a hell of a lot of modifications. But it's not to say you can't, as the Victor can have some pretty decent modifications to it. It's a good all-rounder because it's got energy ballistics and missile as well, so there are definitely builds that you can create that will suit any kind of playstyle. It's a versatile 80-tonner, and I always feel 80-ton is probably the best weight class for assaults because you have a fair amount of the mobility of the heavies still intact. You've got better weaponry options available to you. You've got a bit more armor. The 80-ton and 85-ton sort of weight bracket is really good, in my opinion. Probably one of the best sweet spots in the game. 75, 80, 85, those I think are the 3 best sweet spots. But yeah, that was it. It was the Victors. Next week we're going to go for Direwolves. So I hope you enjoy that. Have a good week, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.